There you go. Now you guys can hear me, right? Sorry about that. All right. So, morning, everyone. Like I was saying, if you guys could take a minute, just like the stream, share it with another trading friend, trading friendly on your social medias there, so we could spread the good gospel of the New Age Wall Street. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'd be very appreciative. On YouTube, we're almost to like 6,000 subscribers or something like that. I want to be able to look back. I remember trading on YouTube, or not trading on YouTube. I remember starting the YouTube channel and uploading my very first video, and just sitting there and staring. There's like a live thing where you could see like who's watching your videos, and I would just stare at it and just beg. Like I'm like, and I would just think to myself, there are 7 billion people in this world, and not one of them knows who I am or watch is watching my video. I just need one person, please watch my video. And now it stays pretty consistent. Like there's always like someone watching my channel at least. Uh, so pretty cool. But I do would be pretty awesome if we could get it to Mr. Beast style. What is he at, like hundreds of millions or whatever? Um, get us a bunch of subscribers out there. Turn it into a party whenever we're trading like this. Hope everyone had a good weekend. What did you guys do this weekend? Tell me what you think about the Super Bowl if you watched it. Um, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, we'll go ahead and get right here into some trading stuff. On the ES last night, we opened up and we had this kind of weird opened up gap up, and then we came down to the 4080, which is um, kind of weird. I didn't know what to make of that when I was watching this. I didn't know if we were going to maybe fade further down since we did put in this top, but we put in some work overnight here, and we got to thank the rest of the world, I guess, for bringing us up here above the 4100, and now we're above this balance line and this PDC area. So 4100 going to be our big area that we're looking over here today, which is going to be around our PDC level or so right here. So tomorrow is the CPI numbers. If you look at the option skews and option numbers and stuff like that, everyone is pretty well. Everyone is pretty well hedged in for that. I don't think that I don't believe that we're going to have too much movement here today. I think we're just going to wind up going kind of sideways, waiting for those numbers tomorrow. There's not necessarily a reason for us to move today. So, um, and if we come and we look at the way that the open interest is set up here, um, we have 14,000 right here at 408, and then we have a little gap here at 409, and then from 410 up is pretty damn thick. We have 26,000, 11, 14, 12, 31,000. So this almost looks exactly, and I wish that I had the option chain from Friday. It almost looks almost exactly the same the way that it was Friday. And if you look at the price action that we have Friday, um, with that, we didn't have too much. There was maybe one or two good opportunities in order for you to make a good trade in here. So um, I'm looking for more reasons not to take a trade than to take a trade. So it has to be blatantly obvious for me to take a trade today. So we want to trade less and make more money. So the money will be probably tomorrow whenever the volatility is. Okay. Um. So with that being said, we got the call side here. So 408, 410 here on the upside, and then right here there's 410 right here. All right, 15,000, and then from 408 down, it just remains pretty thick here, all the way down to 402, 400, that area. Okay, so if I had to say, I would say that well, we would range in between the 410, a little bit above 410, to this 408 ish area. Okay, so that's kind of like our range that we have for today. Okay. Um. Other than that, there's not anything. Usually on slower days like this, guys, have you been kind of noticing? is when we've been seeing like the meme stocks kind of take off. I think more of the retail traders get bored, and then something pops off and everyone chases it. So we will be on alert for any type of meme stock plays. BBBY, Carvana was one right the other day. Um, Dude, this thing gave back the whole move the very next day. Um, we'll see what else pops off of those. Okay. So I'm gonna be working with our small cap guys. If you guys are here for me for the options, we also just started. Um, we also just started what our small cap room. So the guys in the small cap room are over there kicking ass. They wake up and they're already trading pre market over there. So if you want to sign up, it's a 7-day free trial if for us here at New Age Wall Street, and you get access to their stuff as well. So they'll be alerting if there's small cap stuff coming up on scans and everything too. Um, and that's pretty much dang it here, guys. The only other thing is on the VIX. The VIX is gapped up right now, which is a little bit weird because we are price up, right? So with that being said here, uh, we would see if we come down and try to retrace some of this, fill in this gap. But I don't necessarily think we will because of the hedging and things for tomorrow. So it's kind of my game plan, and I know it's kind of boring, but that's the way that I believe. And I want, I wonder at the end of the day sometimes because I don't have my thing for the I don't have my thing where I gave my plan on Friday, but I said that pretty much the same thing on Friday was that 4100 was going to be the resistance, which if you come and you look at the S on Friday, it was pretty much on point. So this was the first point where right here, mm, right here actually. So right here, this is the first point we came in, we touched. Then we tried 1, 2 more times here, and then I said we were going to probably have like a non-event type day. So uh, I'm trying to keep you guys safe. So I think one of the more major things is when not to place a trade. So it's not how much money you make in here, guys. It's how much you keep, and it's the volatility. Cool, you make a big amount of money, but then you wind up giving it back on the small days because you're expecting kind of the same moves, or you're just not aligned with the way that the tickers move. Especially if you're an options trader. So if you're playing zero DTEs or very short term expirations, then you get stuck in those with the theta and stuff, and then you're like, well, I just took a nice little loss. So something to be aware of with those. Got 15 minutes to the bell, dude. What do we do here? We're gonna have to start a segment if I start. Oh, today, so around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'll announce it. We're gonna go over more strategy. So I'm gonna go over our compression strategy and with some walkthroughs and stuff like that. And then every day this week here, like after we're done trading the open, once it kind of slows down. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to point out is that the pre-market volume here is very light. So we're only at 800,000. So that already kind of shows the sentiment of what today's going to be like. So I like to have it over a million at least, at the very least. A 1.5 million, 2 million is going to be a pretty good movement day. All right. Um, what was I saying before that though? I don't know. I need someone here to keep me on task and on what we're talking about. Um, oh, every week or every day this week we'll trade the open, and then we'll kind of go over strategy and theory as well with some of our stuff that we have. So add some value to what we're doing here. So then you're not just seeing calling. hear me calling out PDCs and pivot points and strategies and stuff and not know what we're talking about. Yes, thank you, Giovanni. Peter, good morning. J Rob, good morning. Tennis, good morning. What's up, everyone? How was your weekend? Tell me how your weekend was. Tell me what you did. Johnny Hahn, what's up? Good morning. I'm officially starting my training for my Spartan race today, guys. So I need to find somewhere that has a rope, or find somewhere I could hang a rope or something. Um, so what is it called? Just a rope climb? I need to learn how to do that. I think it's more of a, well, I know it's more of a technique thing. I just don't know. I know I'm strong enough to do it. I just don't know how to do it. And like I was looking at all the all the what do you call them, obstacle courses or whatever for the Spartan races, and that's one of the major ones that I didn't know how to do. Uh, um, mm, mm. All right, so we have 11 minutes to the open. If you guys have tickers you want me to review, put them in the chat. I'll go ahead and review them here with you. I did go over, I did look through our scans here. I didn't really find anything too crazy. I did look at, I did also look at our heat map here, and it looks like energy is our hot one here so far. Um, Healthcare, stuff like that. One thing that is interesting as well is Google. So I'm keeping a close eye on this since we did. It looks like we put in. Sorry, I thought my phone was ringing. Um, we did put in this bottom. It looks like here towards this 95, or excuse me, 93, and now we've right here in 95 and kind of went sideways on Friday. So we do have some potential for us to come up and fill this gap right here. See if everyone is very short memory here and starts buying this dip here on Google and pushing us up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Another notable thing is with so everything is pretty much like gapped up right now, but Tesla is one of the weaker bunch, which is a little bit uncharacteristic of the way it's been acting the last like 2-3 weeks or so. Um, So a little bit down on the bigger end of this, guys. I would like for this to come back and retest the 180-ish area. So the 180 kind of breakout, hold, and then rebuy back in for the next push over 200 if the market could stay bullish on that kind of like time frame. Um, Looking a little bit further out as well, just to let you guys know, is today, or this week, I should say, is monthly expiration for the options, which I don't. That's kind of hard to read, and we don't have a whole bunch of economic data that is coming out this week. So this week may be just a stupid week, to be honest. We may just have like kind of small range, and until this premium and gamma all falls off on Friday, and then we may get a little bit more volatile again starting on Monday. The other mm, the other part to that is, what was I going to say? Um, yeah. I don't remember what the other part of this I was going to say, but yeah, we may not have that. So tomorrow we have a little bit of volatility because of the CPI stuff or whatever. But then going into the rest of the rest. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is that our call wall moved on the SPY. So on the SPY, it moved from 415. So 415. So this is the big resistance up to 420 again. Oops, 420. And this is across all strikes and expirations. Which one has the most call gamma on it? So uh, with that being said, that is a little bit more bullish for us to move up again, but we have a lot of open interest to cut through to be able to do that. I would believe that we need something as a catalyst for us to break all of that. Uh, and then to that point, 400 has been where our put wall is. So 116,000 right here. So our range pretty much for tomorrow for the CPI is going to be 420 to 400. So I know it's a huge range, but that's where we should stay. If by some chance we do break above or below that, then please take that trade to mean revert above or below where that area is. All right. So yeah, those are our call and put walls for this week for um, going into the monthly expiration on Friday. So after those expire on Friday, then we may be able to move further down or further up then at that point. Um, oh, now I'm not able to log into my thing again, dude. I appreciate your guys' patience here, guys. I gotta see about logging into my execution platform. Just give me a second. We got 4:30 to the bell. Cashman, what's up? Good morning. If you're in here, boyo. Yeah, 396 calls. Yeah, so Google. We'll see, dude. It would be nice if it could kind of carry the market and start reclaiming a little bit. Um, and in actuality, though, to the downside, it does have a little bit more room that it could come down. Damn, dude, if it gets to 87, so pretty much stopped right here, and then if we break this, we have the volume gap to like 90, 91, and the big one's 87 right here. So we'll see. Gordon, good morning. That's one of the things that I was saying earlier is that I wonder, I think about that sometimes if someone takes like kind of like the advice that I put on the advice I give, well, not advice, but the game plan that I have for myself, and sits out, and then they're like, "Man, he was right. It was a good day not to trade today." Dude, the man, I hate people that are freaking stupid, bro. Like, I was having an issue with my login for the brokerage, and it sends you like a two-factor authentication with the app. And so Thursday, Friday, they sent me like a key, like a code. And now like I have my phone, I found it, and so um, he's like, "Oh, let me get you a different key." I'm like, "Bro, that's not my problem. I need you to reconnect it to my phone." Julio, good morning, brother. Um, oops, not edit. Okay. All right, guys. So really tight range here. Our balance line at this 408.38 pretty much came down. See if it pops back up here. I'm gonna put Google over here, so then I could put the ES here. And so our range is looking like we're going to be around this 4,000, or excuse me, 4,100 to 420 probably today. So we'll see. Like I was saying, here in pre-market, our volume is not very high in pre-market. Um, so our open interest is saying that no way to the upside. We're going to take off this monthly expiration. These are today's expiration. So we have here 408, and then a little gap to 410, and the rest is stick here, and then the same thing to the downside. There goes Microsoft moving up here pretty nice. Also Apple. This is how we're starting off today. So tech mostly red, energy, healthcare, industrials green. So we're showing as the SPY having a little bit more pep in its step this morning. Patrick, good morning, bro. Damn, we got the whole gang up in here, guys. Good morning, guys. You guys have a good weekend. How'd you like that Super Bowl? I think that was a pretty dang nice, good game, dude. There's some. It's always nice when it's always nice when it's teams that actually throw the ball. whenever it's a team that just runs after after play, that it kind of gets more obvious, and like you know that wins games, and it you get the time control. If that Tesla is over here falling off a cliff, but it is very boring to watch. Yeah, so the tech name's not looking too hot here, guys. Keys back into the support, the balance zone. And this is what I was explaining. I think I went over this here real quick. So the open interest to the upside pretty thick and to the downside right here. Our range, that if you weren't here earlier, what I was explaining, I believe our range is going to be put in a little bit above 410, probably around this 408-ish area or so. And that's going to probably be what we have here today. The way the setup is, they gave you some serious painkillers. Who gave you painkillers, bro? They can't be giving you painkillers. He said, I just got a code. Okay, so that's cool. You got me a code, but now I need to be able to get in without you giving me a code, brother. It sucks when you work with a company for one specific reason, and then that reason starts to go out the damn door, dude. So right here in this PDC area, this drop would be probably a nice area for just a quick little push up here and some calls, maybe $1.50. Um, Nothing too crazy on this here, guys. Oh, this is all. There we go. Ooh, Nvidia and Tesla are jumping off the damn cliff over here, guys. And the Qs. If we come and we gap fill everything that the European market and the Asian market did overnight, there's that bounce that I was telling you right here. Damn it, I missed it. All right, so keeping an eye on these big boys over here, guys. The Google, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia. Apple is trying to push up here a little bit more pep and step to go. This is the way kind of Apple goes about things here. So Microsoft is also pushing up here really nice. So if Nvidia and Tesla could get on board here along with Google, or where's Amazon at? Mahomes. Are you a Chiefs fan, or were you going for the Eagles? There we go. A little bit more of a bounce. Nah, neither. If I had to pick one, I think the Chiefs or Jalen Hurts is a pretty badass quarterback, though, dude. The way he plays a lot like for you younger kids. If you guys remember Michael Vick, bro. If she don't know who Michael Vick is, she's too young for you, bro. All right, so it looks like we found a short-term bottom here on a few of these tickers. So Tesla, Nvidia, um, the Qs have reclaimed. So the Qs basically hit 300 and then bounced. And off this trade right here, this is already up 50 cents or so. It looks a lot bigger than that, but it's only 50 cents. So here comes Apple. So the Qs are in purples here. The VIX is coming down here just a little bit, guys. Um, Sorry, answering here the broker guy. All right, so up here at this little resistance is 4015 has been a big area here for the ES guys. If we break this, dude, on the ES, this looks pretty nice to the upside. So again, on the SPY, we're getting into this bigger resistance. So 409 is the little gap right here, and then we hit this brick wall at 410. So and Apple is looking pretty decent here, trying to get up there. Microsoft as well. I think the trade is going to be up here at the four above 410 here for the slam back down. I will wait. Oh, if you guys see any tickers or anything here, guys, that are making any nice moves, call them out here in the chat. Call them out here in the chat, and so we can work as a team. None of us could keep an eye on all of the tickers in the market. I think we should go and since we're shooting down all these things all over the place, maybe we should buy uh, Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and all those. There goes the spy. Sorry, I'm dealing with having. There we go. Nice little push there. See how this little dip and rip would have been a. Excuse me. What? Nice little move here from this right here. Basically at 4100, right on the ES. Uh, Now, if we could get over this little resistance right here, the thing is that on the ES, if we start, we have a little bit of a move that we can make. Apple still, dang, Nvidia is over here doing the most work here. Bounced off at 210, is now at 214. And then Microsoft is still moving here really nicely to the upside. Apple's trying to move along with it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So if we're looking at this here from like a liquidity standpoint of what we have right here, so the target would be here at 41.22, 41.25 or so if we break this to the upside. So a nice little push up, which would bring us right exactly like we are talking about on the SPY, just above 410. So, and we probably have something near the same thing here. Yeah, so the 410.50 or so. So if you're in long right now, which please do not chase the breakout right here, but um, the continuation setup. So that's the first one. So far this morning, right? So the dip right here to the 408 is like 25 or so, which is 4100 here on the ES. Yeah, so I called that one here. I'm having trouble logging into my brokerage, so I didn't get to take it. And now the second one is if we do get up here 410.50 or so, then I will look for that kind of mean reversion or what have you. But I believe that's gonna kind of be our range for today. Not nothing too crazy unless we get. Do you guys know if we have any economic data coming out today that's crazy? I actually we don't. We have Fed member here talking. That's already happened. And there's nothing else today. There's the 3-month bill auction at 11:30, but that's not much. Mm. So for you guys, if you didn't hear me a little while ago, at around 10:30, 11 o'clock market time, we will go over some compression strategy on what we do. Mm, there we go. Now we broke that high here on the ES. Apple is still looking pretty good and is in purple candles here, guys. Google is just hanging out, going sideways pretty much right now. On this push up, it's worth noting that the VIX is not moving down. Where would my entry have been? So right here in this 408.50 to 408, the pivot right here. So on the reclaim. All right, so Apple did reject just a little bit here. And the risk, so right here, right below it's a 408.20. Just a quick line to line, trade. If anything above the, because this, I believe, let me see, let me make sure I get this right. So yeah, so these are the R1. So these are the daily R1, R2, and then this is the weekly actual pivot. So anything above this weekly pivot here is just bonus bucks up into this 410, and now it's rejecting there. So again, guys, if you don't have to place a trade today, I would not. So save them bullets for uh I'm sure your stats, if you're journaling and you're keeping track of your own stats, you could see that the majority of your money that you make is from probably um, a handful of days out of the month. So if we could mitigate that and then just trade those days and look for those opportunities, um, we would be significantly better. We got 7 minutes to the top of the hour right here. Yeah, so we talked about Tesla being relative weakness here, guys, and it has not bounced like the rest of the tickers have. Nvidia did bounce. Microsoft is actually relative strength here today, which is a little bit weird. And then Amazon is also working on bouncing up here, which was having relative strength or relative weakness, excuse me, last week. So let's see if we get it to get going here a little bit better. But we kind of talked about this. Oh, it's changed a little bit here. The tech stocks started going a little bit more green, and then energy is red now. Kind of reverse that. I would be absolutely impressed if the ES gets to like 4150 today. Dude, this guy is a man, dude. Did anyone watch the UFC fights on Saturday? Put OI this week. Yeah, so I think um, I think that drop from last week did scare a couple of people to put some puts in there. Also, the puts are for CPI. So like if you're looking further out, than like today and tomorrow, the puts are for CPI. Just hedging some downside risk on those. I had looked. I put a trade idea in the chat here, guys, for February 17th, just kind of like a CPI play, putting in some 400 puts. I didn't realize that the 17th was going to be this Friday, though. So 400s right here. These are $1.70 now. So I wanted us to crash, and this was like when we're at 405, right? But with the put wall being so big there we go. Now we're getting a little bit more momentum to the upside. So our target here on the ES is 4120, 4130, excuse me. So about 1050 or so on the ES. It was a great fight. I didn't get to watch it, dude. I got busy doing something else. I wanted to, but I didn't watch it. But I doubt that Islam gives him the rematch, brother, because once you know that someone could beat your ass, you're like, maybe I shouldn't fight this guy again. It's it's the whole way that what's the other guy that retired? The Nurmagomedov and Connor, bro. Like once you get big enough and the UFC kind of lets you call your shots on who you want to fight, then you kind of know, dude, that you probably shouldn't mess with them, dude. If we have a squeezy day today where we just stay above 410 and keep on going, I will be Microsoft is doing the most freaking work over here, guys. It opened up at 266 and it's at 272 right now. So Amazon also as well now broke out of its range. So we'll see here, guys. If we could flag against the 410, like go sideways off of it, then that would be absolutely awesome for us to be able to get another leg up. But that's kind of the only thing that I would want, or I'm not going to buy this breakout here to the upside when I know that there's still quite a bit of supply up here that we have to take out. So um, this is kind of what we're kind of talking about on Friday too. I was having a conversation on where the value is, right? So whenever we drop like this and we know that the put wall is down here, our value is to the upside where we could come and make some of this area up. And so this would kind of bring us to, yeah, around this 410, 50, 60-ish area at the most, this range right here, 411. Khabib, yes, Khabib. Once you start only accepting those types of things like on the website, so IBK. I think God is looking out for me here again today, guys. I'm not taking any type of erroneous, stupid trades here. So he's like, I'm not going to let you log into your brokerage account. It's funny, dude, the way that if you realize that trading is just like playing Pong, pretty much. You're playing Pong in between liquidity areas of the bulls and the bears down here, or yeah, bulls and bears, whatever. You could say vice versa as well. Um, if we can't break this, then we're going to rotate and come back down. If we can't break down, we're going to rotate back up. Like it's, it's crazy how simple trading is, and our monkey minds just make it difficult. Low volume, yes. So this push up right here, good call out here, tennis. That this push up here, actually this candle right here, it did have some pretty decent volume. And our VIX is not moving very aggressively to the downside. So we could look. We have a really nice tool here in our chat. So tr dash net flow. Oops, not newt flow. Market. Oh, this is a good teachable example for you guys here in the chat. So, how do you open it? Open link. There we go. So we have trading ticks in our chat if you sign up with us. So you see that the white line is price, the green line is calls, the red line is puts. So whenever we get a rally like this is what you want to see, is that our calls are moving up. Now the puts are also moving here, kind of slanted, and then this convergence though right here, where this is moving away, the calls are moving away, and the puts are moving away, kind of does signal that we should get a little bit of a mean reversion though. Uh, you would want them to kind of move coincide to put in some risk protection, but this is what you want, is for the calls to kind of go the same way that your price is moving. So far here, this rally is validated so far. We'll see now we're up in this level like we're talking about. We'll see if this is going in our entry right here. You guys who heard me call the entry right here? R4. SDMB. Oh, dude, if we hit 1050 on the dot and that's it for the day, I'll break my damn elbow. And we are getting some pretty decent volume here. So the thing that starts happening then is, like we talked about on Friday, and it didn't happen. This is a good. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee here, guys, and it's giving me hiccups. Um, the thing that happened, remember I told you guys if we were to stay over 407 at the end of the day that we may get a run up. Well, we got a little one, right? Not as squeezy as we wanted to towards the end of the day, but we did get a little bit of a run up. Now this would be a little bit more significant here at this 410. It's a little bit more of a prevalent level with a bigger number, the 67,000, right? So actually this is the 17th. I think it's like 30 some thousand actually right here. 410. Yeah, so 26,000 right here. So if we stay above this level for the lull time going into the end of the day, then we may see our squeezy action here, but we are still very, very early in the day. We could definitely come and slam back down right here off of this. So seamless authentication. Uh, sorry guys, market data subscriptions. I don't see what he's talking about. Secure login system. Oh, there we go. Okay. And this is what I'm kind of talking about here, this little flag here, but I don't want a little one. I want it to go sideways for like 3 hours. Is really what I'm asking for. Google said heck no to the upside here so far, guys. Apple's still in purples here to the upside. So 41.36 being the target up here. Holy crap. All right, so past the top of the hour right here, guys. Google looking like it wants to test low of day here. Uh-oh. So a little retest of this 40.15-ish area would not be bad, which would bring us almost right here. It does not say that, sir. Still dealing with this login issue here. So the VIX is moving down here just a little bit now, guys. I appreciate you guys being patient here. I'm trying to get this issue resolved. CCL call February 17th, call for 13. CCL, is that what we're doing today? All right, so I believe that the brokerage guys are going to call me here, guys. So um, I will stay on the mic until they ask me any type of personal information, and I'll just kind of mute myself real quick. But if you guys don't mind, pretty nice little flag right here with the nice support of this 410 so far here, guys. If it could stay above that. So we'll see here. We got it's 9:16 my time. This volume is kind of petering out though here. You guys can see this volume divergence, right? So price is staying up, volume is dropping off. Could signal here that we get a nice little down candle. Welcome, guys. If you guys are new to the stream, my name is Cruz Al Capitan. I mostly trade options, mostly options. Every great once in a while, I'll get a wild hair and trade some small caps and stuff just to prove Daddy still has it. Um, Crypto, not so much since everything's been kind of falling apart over there, but doing pretty good here, guys. Give it about another hour or so here, and we will start talking about some strategy here. Not hour, about 45 minutes, I would say more. No buying until 41.15. Yes, so that 41.15 has been a really big area. So a dip on the 41.15 right here, that would be absolutely awesome. That's what we were talking about, that little pullback. So if it does dip to, it could even come down to like this previous high, and then if it does get that continuation, yeah, exactly. Just the way you wrote it, though, it looked like a it looked like a time, not what do you call it? Ah, no worries, dude. No worries. Nice to see you, MP. Could anyone brief me on what's going on in Ohio? So a train fell off or something. A train derailed, and they decided to burn it on purpose. And it was a bunch of chemicals and poison or something like that. So the VIX hit 21 even here, guys, and gave a just a little bit. It's right at 21 actually right now. Explain the Google chart. Yeah, that's what's crazy, right, Gordon? Is that well, I hear people are kind of, and this is all obviously hearsay, where it's just he said, she said, but what I'm seeing is that there's news reporters that are trying to cover it and they're getting arrested. But someone said that there was just one reporter that got arrested for being unruly. Um, I don't know how true any of it is or anything like that, but a lot of crazy crap going on in our country right now. We're shooting stuff down over lakes and uh, that whole thing. They said that livestock are dying within a 100-mile radius or something like that. Um, all right, Google. So Google right here. This is a little pop. So we got that bad news here on their Bard thing, whatever, right? So we sold off 1 day, 2 days, and we talked about that. Most of the time, we do not get a third day of momentum. It doesn't matter which day, which way it is, right? So, so if we have 2 days of buying, really aggressive buying, we usually flag the third day. If not, so like an inside day, flag, pullback, whatever you want to call it. And that's because of the T+2 type rules that the market has. And then to the downside, same thing. 2 days of selling, we are not going to continue selling usually the third day. So we need everyone that has wanted to sell has sold. So unless there's new sellers that come in down in this area, which I would not believe that they would want to, because they're not getting a value price that they would up here. They would wait for a bounce to continue selling. So we would not get it on Friday, but today, I believe so T+2. This is T1 2, and then we have also the for this day would be tomorrow. They could continue doing whatever the heck they want or whatever. But we're getting into this point. If we come into the volume profile over here, where let's go to this daily chart. We broke down below right here. We broke down right here. There's 94, right? And our base is like at 93 and some. We are going to go down to the weekly one. So what we're looking at here is we're pretty much at this volume shelf right here, like this 94, 85, 75-ish area, and then we have this lower volume gap where if we start moving down here into this lower area, this 93.50 or so, like pretty much exactly where the low is, we get this volume gap where the selling will accelerate to get to like 92.38, and then should be attracted to get down to like around 86, which is crazy because that's that's another like $9-10, which is like what 7-8%, 8 to 10% of the ticker. So that's what we're kind of looking at right here, where it's, bulls need to defend in this area, or else we're going to wind up taking a trip down here down in the 80s. So that's what we're looking at. We could be coming down to validate this area as support, where we came on what is this, Thursday? So 93.86. But anything under 93 around 50 or so, we're going to start accelerating again downside. Right now, so far, it's not big selling. If you take a look, it's very controlled, right? So, but we will see it if they start accelerating this here to the downside. And that's kind of raining on our parade of what we have right here. Apple's relative strength looking pretty nice here, and so is Microsoft. So, but this Google is, yeah, I think. Well, if when did you get when was your time horizon for that trade there, J Rob? Apple looking like it wants to give a little donkey candle here up. Oh, VIX just slid down here under 21. So that's how I'm reading Google on that. So the thing is if CPI comes in pretty hot tomorrow, that is going to accelerate that Google selling here and probably push it into that gap area that we're talking about. Sketch on it. When you're taking swings, dude, on the options, just kind of a rule of thumb for me, the way that I do is taking monthly expirations, dude. Ooh, nice little pop there, guys. So, which I think you did. I think you said that it's February 17th, but give yourself enough time and liquidity for it to kind of work in your favor there. So this may get where we start getting kind of squeezy here, guys. So you're starting to see this. This might be a good day here as a teachable moment for these open interest right here. I hit the wrong one somewhere right here. Open interest. So we're over this 26,000. We're getting towards this 11,000. So if we start seeing this here, it's going into, I know we're way far out. So like the 2 o'clock hour market time, then we have that. 48448. So now the next area that we're looking at here is 4136 here, guys, to the upside. And it is the SPY that's moving a lot more aggressively than the Qs here, guys. So um, what is this? Illumina.com. I don't know what that is. Um, Dude, I've been doing this for what, an hour now, guys. I have still not been able to log into my system here. R4. Mm-hmm. If you guys are just coming in here, guys, or waiting, I kind of want the pullback right here. Some probably in the next hour, 45 minutes or so, looking for this pullback. If we aren't able to continue going further up, so this price action is a lot like what it was on at. I guess this went a little bit more sideways at first here on the SPY, but Amazon is in purples over here. So we get this move up, but I want to come back down and kind of put in this range here. If you guys are also new to here to the stream, either on Twitch or on YouTube, take a minute, go and follow us on Twitter. I put a lot of trade ideas, especially swing trade ideas, over on Twitter. So take a moment, go over there. It's just New Age Wall Street, just ST for Street over there. Ooh, a lot of volume right here on that candle into this area right here. So Dude, if this just grinds up all day, it's kind of crazy. I know this is boring here, guys. Where would the entry and the risk? Oh, it's already answered those. Okay. Oh, here we go. I scrolled up. Sorry. More call buying on the queues, weeklies, 310 calls. For what expiration there, dude? February 14th, February 24th. This is all coming from the little thing over here, right? Oh, there. Yep. There's exactly what you're talking about. Hello.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Aaron. So I have the client security team on the other line, so I can go ahead and bridge y'all together, so y'all can get this going.
Okay. No worries.
All right. Give me 1 second. Bridge here. Okay. Alex is on the line. Um, Hi, this is Sufyan from Interactive Brokers Tech Team.
Hey there, sir.
I've been informed that you are unable to receive notifications for IB key on your phone. Is that correct?
Yeah. So basically, whenever I'm trying to the two-factor authentication, where it sends me a push notification, it's not working. So the only way that I'm able to get in is if they provide me a temporary key. And so just to let you know here, brother, I'm trading live right now. So please don't relay any personal information without letting me mute myself first.
Okay, so okay. I'm just reviewing your account. Okay, please tell me.
Okay.
So you only have that temporary code with you right now. Is that correct? And
Yes,
you're logging in using that temporary code.
that's
Okay.
correct.
What I'll do is that I'll help you with activating the IB key on your phone. That will allow you to access your account in the permanent solution. Okay. So which phone, first of all, sir, do you have? Is it an iPhone or it's an Android?
iPhone.
iPhone. Okay. And you said you have the IB Care mobile app on your phone right now. That's correct.
What's that?
Do you have an IB Care mobile app installed right now on your phone,
Yes, I do.
on this iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, please open the app and
Okay.
tell me which screen you are on.
It says IBKR Pro, and then it says live or paper trading, and then like my login information.
Okay, now on the top, so on the top left hand corner, do you see services?
Yes.
Please tap on services.
Okay.
And what do you see on the screen?
Gives me the options of authenticate, banking, or trade.
Okay. Now, before we proceed now over here, do need to know: do you use this app for any other username to log in or
No.
to complete a two-factor authentication?
No.
No, just for this username, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we are going to activate the IB key, I do need to check the notification settings on the phone. Okay. So please go to the settings of your phone.
So I do have the push notifications already turned on, sir.
It's already enabled. You
Yes.
confirmed. You're sure about that, right?
Yes, I'm
Perfect.
positive. Yes.
Then we're going to reset this app first, and then we're going to activate the IB key. What I want you to do is that, do you see that Interactive Brokers logo on the top? I want you to keep tapping on it, okay, rapidly until you get a debug menu on the screen.
So tap on where it says Interactive Brokers.
Yes, on that Interactive Brokers logo.
Oh
Just
damn!
keep
Look,
tapping
there's
on it.
there's secret menus in here.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that for me?
No, go ahead.
Did you get a debug menu on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you see an option called as Remove IB Key Activation Data?
Yes.
Please click on that and click on Reset IB Key.
Awesome. I did that.
Okay. Now, once you tap on the done, you should be on a screen which should say Register Two-Factor.
Yes.
Click on Register Two-Factor.
Okay.
Click on Continue. Now enter your username and password.
Okay. That's asking me for a temporary security
code. Once you
code.
enter your username, yes. So enter that code, temporary code which you have.
Uh, the one that the other gentleman provided me.
Yes. So it would be like an alphabet and numbers, and all the alphabets are in uppercase.
Okay.
Now continue.
Okay.
Now it should show you a mobile phone number. That's correct. So if you have the access to that number, You can click on Get Activation Code.
Yes.
Okay. You will receive the code via text message.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
So does it say
big move
IP
up.
key activated successfully?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, why don't you try to log in and see if you're able to receive notifications on your phone? You
There it
should
is,
be able
brother.
to now.
Cool. Thank you very much. Now it's working as it should. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Great. So the IP key data was lost on your phone, hence you were not able to log in with an IP key, or you were not able to receive notification. Now we have as set that up on your phone. There shouldn't be any issues in the further.
Oops. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You,
Anything else?
nope. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you, Aaron. If
All
you're
right.
still on the
Have a
line,
good
see
day.
you, brother.
All right. Yeah. You have a good day.
Bye bye. All right. Sorry. Appreciate you guys here. So I guess we're gonna go for option A here of the squeeze day. We'll see. 4136 is we're pretty much there here on the. This is the second target right here. This middle of the range on the ES. So this is our second little part. The rep guy is Indian. Pretty much. Yeah, that's. I don't discriminate, man. He knew what he was talking about. You know what I mean? It's all good. I honestly think that foreign workforces are going to surpass us. This is something that Biden was talking about in the State of the Union the other night. Um, there's more of a want for other countries and other people to work and stuff, and especially with the tech stuff, man. You have the same accent. There's nothing you could do about it, man. Like I think you guys could tell me um, you guys could tell me if it's true or not, but I really feel like I have a Hispanic kind of little draw to my voice. You know what I mean? You could definitely tell I'm not Caucasian, I think, right? Gordon just straight up said, "Yep." Thanks, brother. Oh no, I think that was from the other thing. All right, see 4136 right here, guys. If we get above this, All right, so to me, you don't. Oh, do you? I don't. Hmm. I don't know. I always kind of trip out on my. I think all of us kind of trip out on our hearing our own voice. When it sucks whenever I have to uh, edit videos for YouTube, and I don't know. Definitely a voice. Definitely not a voice for radio. Oh, Apple just had a nice little pop up here, dude. Yeah, so Amazon following up here a little bit, Nvidia. So um, we are almost gap filled here on the VIX, guys. So gap fill is 2060 or so, and we're at 2073. And now we see if we get aggressive here and start moving really crazy up, dude. I'm over here saying, oh, we should have a slow day. Fuck, dude. I said my entry was down here at 408.50 and $2-3 later. But if I'm being honest and real, I was just able to log in. So I didn't realize that. Is it just a woman thing, tennis, or is it for all people uh, that you refer to yourself as Is it Desi? Is that how it is? Or I apologize if that's a derogatory term or something that, or if it's just slang or something. But I heard someone refer to themselves like that, and it's like people from around India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. I'd never heard that before. So here at my little line, this volume is pretty good. So here so far, guys, it is dying just a little bit, but it's kind of weird thing too. Like so when I go to Mexico or just whenever I speak Spanish, I know I don't sound like a native Mexican or Hispanic. I guess if that makes sense. But then it's also the other way around too. Oh, look at you giving me a lesson over here, tennis. Appreciate it. So Microsoft is in like this little flag above the R2 right here, guys. It's not following along as much with Apple. Nvidia is trying to break out of its little range that it has right here. Yeah, so like kind of like yeah. So now within this time frame right here, guys, I'm looking for that reversal to come into play. Yeah, exactly. Or like Southerners, or people from the West Coast, whatever. Oh, I see. Was Jasmine from Aladdin? Was she Desi, or was she Middle Eastern? That's the end of my geography lesson for today. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take 5 minutes here. Gotta go. Gotta go see a man about a horse real quick, and I'll be back, like I said, in like 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm back here, guys. If we break this little level right here, this 412 or so, then we get into this lower volume area, and like what I'll show you kind of like on this volume, the volume profile. So you see how we had this is our big volume profile area right here. We've gotten through all this, and then we're getting into this lower volume here again, and the next point would be 413.30 or so, like that. So we could come a little bit further out, and that's still pretty big, but on the smaller time frame, we're getting into the area. February 17th call. Oops. Okay, so we're at top of the hour right here. All right, so who is already here? Who wants us to go over compression strategy? Over a $3 million buy. 332K 415. That it was a $3 million buy for those Q calls. Okay, so let me pull up my file here real quick. Oh, oops. Mm, they're all for the end of the week expiration, though, right? Oh, look at that. That's so professional and everything over here, guys. All right. So, New Age Wall Street compression strategy. giving you some sauce here. So just a little bit of background, guys. When I started trading small caps. Primarily, I traded with J Trader, if you guys know him on Twitter, in the New Age or J Trader room, and mostly everything that they did was, anything that was gapped up over 20-30% just faded back down. And back when I first started trading, I everything that gapped up pretty much faded all day. It was pretty easy. Nothing. There were no really big surprises or anything like that. Then we fast forward a couple months, maybe a year or so, and we get into the pot stock kind of craze when uh, states started legalizing marijuana and cannabis, and a lot of the pot stocks started going wild. During that time, what would happen is um, you would get a pop up, and then it would come down into a support level, and then usually like before that time, it would ride the support level and then it would break and fade the rest of the way down, right? But what's kind of happening, what was kind of happening is, um, what's kind of happening is that it would come down to support, ride that support, get that accumulation, and then push up and then squeeze to like infinity, right? And that's how I made a whole lot of my money from like Tesla and things like that, is because people were trying to press for tickers to break down. And then whenever they hold a level of support like that and then start rounding up, you get kind of that short squeeze, right? So this is our first little thing right here. So our overview, this is weird because it's not showing on my screen right here. I'm having to read it from over here. Um, so overview: the compression strategy is one of the main strategies we play in the New Age Wall Street room. Compression strategy is considered a breakout type strategy. These are low win rate, high risk to reward strategy. You could trade the setup regardless of instrument you trade. So that means you could trade it like if you have small caps. We have a guy in our room that trades primarily small caps, and he trades primarily long using this. Um, and crypto, anything you want to trade with, you could do it like this. Um, Applicable to multiple time frames. Although you could trade this for a bearish breakout, um, we don't necessarily do that for just for the sake of simplicity. I am going to work on kind of an inverse purple candle script. So for whenever those fade off, then we'll do the other way. You know what I mean? So with that being said, here, guys, so just to reiterate on a couple of these things here. So there's whenever you have a strategy, you could either have a high win rate. So the more times you take the trade, the more times you're going to win, and you have a smaller return. So you may make like $100, right? Or you could have a smaller win rate, which is around 50%. There's even strategies that are 30%. Um, and as long as ooh, we just broke out here again. So um, as long as you, as long as you're holding for those moves, and you're repeatedly taking them over and over again, then what you would see is that your wins are so big, right? So the way that I've seen this is that it's um oops, I didn't mean to go to the next one. The way that I've seen it is that it's about 20R that you make. So whenever it does work the way that it's supposed to work, like that. So that's pretty dang big, right? So 20R. Um, we've even had bigger ones than that. So, and that's just counting off of the underlying ticker. That's not counting like off of the actual premium, how many hundreds of percent that you could get off of that one. So if that's the case, then right as far as like on the purple candles, because the purple candles are kind of based off of that, it's 48% win rate with about a 20R return. So it's for someone that's wanting to feel like they're doing something, winning all the time. It's probably not a strategy for you. But if you're able to be patient and continuously take those trades and like the big wins, then this would work absolutely wonderful for you. um Uh, Strategy is applicable to multiple time frames. So you could have a 1 minute compression, right? So, um and we use the TTM a lot for this. So like right here, this is a good example, right? So this is a 1 minute compression right here on the SPY. And so you can see that the purple candles caught this from here to here, which if you're trading like scalping, that's really good, right? Even this right here, here, if this was an algo, the way that just took trades right here, this has already taken 3 winning trades for the day on the smaller time frame, right? So, but the thing that I want to harp on is that smaller the time frame and the compression, the smaller the breakout or the smaller the move is going to be. The bigger the compression is, the bigger the move is going to be. So like, so right here we had a full day of compressing into the Globex session, and then we got a big move right here, right? So this is 389 to 396, so that's like 7 points, as compared to like if we come to the 1 minute right here, we're measuring 410.36 to 410.91, so about like 60 cents or something, right? So um one second, I'm setting some more alerts here. um All right, so keep that in mind. Next slide. So the definition here is, the definition of compression is the act of pressing something into a smaller space, and trading this means forcing price action into a consolidatory channel. This acts this act consequently produces energy which has to be released. Thinking of it like a spring, what happens when you release a spring after pushing together? It expands, right? So um, pretty much the way that you want to look at this, and we'll come over and oh, you guys didn't, so I was explaining this here. Hmm. So I was explaining that 1 minute thing over here, right? uh which ones are you guys able to see right now? Oh, there we go. So the 1 minute right here, so you could see this 410.37. So right here, so on the smaller time frame, you could see that this is going to be a smaller breakout. On the bigger time frame here, if we go to this hourly, what I was explaining here is like this sideways for the full day, and then in the Globex session, we got this move right here, right? So then you can see the TTM is all red throughout this. Um, Now, what we're saying here on the other part, right, is the consolidatory channel, right? So basically, what this is a balanced market. And so one of the best examples of this happened a while back, right here, whenever we came down to this 380, right? I'm going to go ahead and take off this gray right here, but we could we agree that this is a consolidatory channel right here that is just going sideways, right, on this bigger time frame, this 4 hour. And so, I mean, you could have traded this very intermediary right here to the, from this 386 to 393, but this, what was it, almost 2 week expansion, right? So let's see, or excuse me, consolidation. It doesn't see the date here. So 1218 to 1/6, so almost 2 weeks. So 2 weeks right here gave this big move to the upside of 416, right? So which is 40 points on this, which is a really big, nice move. So you want to, whenever the market is going sideways like this, it's a balanced market. So the market participants, either the bulls or the bears, agree that within this range, somewhere within this range, the price is fair. So this is a fair price for the SPY within this range, within this week, right? Then we get some type of more new information, right? A catalyst, new information that says, "Nah, this is too cheap. We should, the price of this needs to be more expensive," or it creates a bigger demand and it makes it more expensive, I should say, and it pushes the price up. So this is called price discovery or imbalance, right? So I've also heard, if you guys go and watch what's his name, Matt from Rocket Scooter, he calls it an irrational market, which I don't like that saying, me personally, but um, basically it's price discovery where the price is looking for where the price is balanced again. And so if you look at this, the price got up here and was like, oh, maybe this is okay. Then we got some more information. It came back down. And then now we're within this balance range in the top. We kind of came down here over the last few days, but this balance range up here where we agreed that the price was fair up in this area due to the um oh fuck dude, I'm sucking at this, bro. I'm sorry. I am sucking at this. So right here at this 380, this is the compression right here that we're talking about going sideways. So the sideways compression right here, the balance market that we're talking about. And so this is the price discovery for us to move up, right? So market participants agree that this is a fair price. Once we have new information, then we start going to price discovery to find a new fair price, which up here, now we know that the market priced in 25 basis point moves from the Fed and, all the new information that we're getting, right? And so that's why we're moved up here. We're kind of going sideways in this area with a little bit of a drop, that this is fair, fair market value. But if we're looking at what we're doing here, is that this channel, if you're looking on the slide, and I don't know why they don't let me annotate on this, is what we're looking for is a channel like that, kind of the same way that we're looking at a channel like this, right? So next slide here. So context when taking these trades, context is everything. You don't want to be taking these trades when you are in an overall bearish market sentiment. Generally speaking, if you would like to see that the Qs are both showing strength as well as the VIX showing weakness, right? So breakout trades, you don't want it to be a false breakout, right? So and that's why you want to buy at the support level, right? So in this example, you would want to buy at the put wall right here, where this was support at the 380, and then you take first profit at the top of 387, and then continue the move, wherever your target is or what have you. So with that being said, um, what if you are in a position where this is going sideways, and then your other market participants, such as your big traders, right? So like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft are, looking at the other direction, then maybe it's not a good time to go ahead and take that trade. But if you see that, the overall market is bullish, we have some type of bullish catalyst that is adding to your thesis. The VIX is looking weak. The Qs are looking weak. Like if you're playing the SPY, vice versa, the other way around, then you want to look at those other things. One second. All right. Next slide here. So a balanced market means that the market participants agree that the instrument is fairly valued. This is what causes consolidation or compression. So that's exactly what we just talked about, right? So within this area where this is going sideways in this area, right? Then the next part is price discovery means that there's an imbalance of buyers and sellers. The price is moving to a different price that the market participants can agree that is fair value. So in this example, I use like an iPhone, what have you, but same thing. So imbalance means that there's a higher demand than there is sellers. So we're going to go ahead and push the price up to where the market could agree that we are a fair balanced market at that time, and the price is what it should be, right? So kind of like what we already just went over. Our goal is to catch tickers breaking out from a bounce market into a bullish price discovery. So that's the whole thesis of our purple candles, and also like our consolatory sideways type range, right? So if we look at that, and then so next slide. So balance market example right here, you could see that looks almost pretty much exactly the way that this does here on the SPY, right? So here's your SPY, and then I don't know what ticker this is here that is showing up there, but pretty much the same example. That's what you're looking for in that type of deal. And then notice, your TTM is usually, for your buy triggers here is red. All right, so keeping track of this price here that's going on here in the background. With that being said, here, so the price discovery example is right here where this went sideways. I believe this is Etsy. Yep. So Etsy was going sideways right here, and then it broke into this price discovery, and it moved really aggressively to the upside from around 175 up to 200. So that's a really nice trade, right? So over the course of a week on a swing trade, and those are the kind of swing trades that I like taking. So over the course of a week, we got that really nice move to the upside here. and makes a lot of some really nice profits. Now, kind of what's kind of cool about this too is that kind of hidden value or what have you of this is that um, a hidden value of this or whatever is that um, um, is that whenever a ticker or the market is going sideways the way that it does, your implied volatility goes down. So your implied volatility right here, that basically means that market makers and dealers are not pricing in such a big move in the market. And so what that means is that your delta and gamma are a lot more sensitive to big movements. So whenever you get into you take a consolatory type trade like this, your premium is usually really cheap because it's not expected for you to make a big move, right? So whenever it does get moving in your favor, whenever it gets moving in your favor, that premium moves very, very quickly and it gets there for you to go ahead and help. Don't know what. Oh, so that's kind of a cool thing as well, like for these types of trades, if you're playing options with them too. So here's the next one. So compression could be in like a descending wedge, ascending triangle, or just the channel like this, right? So that's why what's pretty cool about our purple candles is that they are pretty dynamic and they don't look for an ascending triangle or a sideways consolidation or what have you. There's actually 6 parameters that it looks for in order to be able to get in a trade. So these are the best types of kind of ways to trade the compression. So in this instance, you see where we had a big slide down, right? So we had a big slide down in that right here. If I come and switch this so you guys could actually see. So we had this big slide down. It hit the support of the put wall in this 380 and then went sideways, right? Um, okay. So then so with that being said, that is really good right here because then you get an imbalance of buyers and sellers then at that point because you have all these sellers that are trying to push it right here and you get the kind of that squeeze kind of formation for us to move up. So this is kind of the same thing that's happening for us today, right? So the same thing that happened over the last 2 days, I should say. Let's go to like this time frame. So we had this really big sell-off here on Thursday, consolidation, sideways action here going in Friday, right? And then we started pushing out, and then we broke out right here today, right? So we broke out, and we're getting this nice little move today. So a big drop down here into the support levels, and then we filled the gap that we had over here, and then now we're pushing up into this kind of little squeeze move to the upside, right? So um, with that being said, with that kind of price action or what have you, that's okay. So that's one of the best ways for us to play this kind of move is whenever you get a strong move into the support, it consolidates and you accumulates. You're able to get some more buyers, and then you get a nice squeeze move to the upside. The second one is more like kind of a big flag. One second. A big flag. So if you're looking at our little thing right here, this slide to the left. So whenever the price action moves up and then flags and then continues moving up, and so like in this little one on the left hand side, you cannot see that there's a pivot that it's riding on because I did this presentation afterwards. Oh, what did it click? So sideways, and then you get the next kind of leg up, right? So we've seen this over the last few weeks. If I can find one. It's going to be, oh, here's kind of a good example here today on Apple. So you can see right here where we had a really nice move on Apple to the upside right here. And then if we come a little bit closer in, we could see that there is compression right here on the TTM. So it pushed up really strong. You have your channel between this 152.50 or so, the bottom being this 152. and then it broke out and is continuing to go. You can see the purple candles caught it and are continuing to move a little bit more higher now. So that is something there. Um, let's see here. All right. So then, um, so those are the best ways that the compression setup type works. So you want to wait for like a big exaggerated move up, a big exaggerated flag where it could compress and gain some more accumulation for another leg up, or you want to drop down, catch some support with the buyers and accumulation, and then continue to move up. Um, cool, cool. So now, um, so the next slide here. So our time frames, this is kind of pretty much what I was saying. Is so for intraday, so for intraday trading, I only do it usually like on the 3 and 5 minute. You're going to get a lot more false positives if you use a 1 minute, but the 3 and 5 minute for intraday trading are kind of my sweet spot to go ahead and do this here, guys. And so that has been working here pretty nicely for me. So um, now the thing is that the bigger the compression, the bigger the move, and that's kind of like what we were saying here just a little bit ago. Is that right here, right? So we had a compression for 2 weeks, and then we got a 40-point move, right? So if you had a 1 minute compression, you're probably not going to expect a 40-point move like this. So kind of like on Apple, right? So Apple is over here compressing on the 3 minute and is making decent moves. If you take a look, so Apple, and so they had this compression, and now it's 152.63, and we're at 153.10. So about, what is this, 40-50 cents or so far. A lot different, right? So the bigger the compression, the bigger the breakout or expansion or price discovery that it goes into. So if you want to wait for big, areas like this to be able to take, swing trades, longer trades, absolutely go ahead and do so. For intraday trades, we're going to go ahead and do 3 and 5 minute or so in order for us to, get some really decent moves. Um, all right. Now the next one. Oh, dude, I forgot. Fuck, man. So on Apple right here, like I was saying, so 50 cents. And then right here, this is for the 4-hour chart. Obviously, it compressed for 2 weeks. You got 40 instead of 40 cents, 50 cents, you get $40, 40 points, right? So um all right. Mm, next one. So here's your time frame difference, kind of there. I don't remember the things are what it is. Okay. I've been looking at the chart right here, seeing if we're going to break down towards the 410 again here, guys. So is the ES, where's the ES at? 4133. Yeah, so 4136 was the target, and then now we're coming back. So the next, if we get back to 4115, that would be absolutely awesome. Um, okay. So the next part here and what we're looking at, so the time frames, if you could see right here um, on the left-hand side, I don't know what ticker this is. I think it's Lockheed Martin. Yep. It actually compressed for, I don't know what, this is a daily chart. So for like a week or two, and then you could see how big the expansion was as compared to like Apple and what we were talking about right here, right? The next one here, using indicators to spot and enter the trade. So you can see right here, we're using our purple candles. Um, our MACD cross right here, while the TTM dots are red, are a good indication for you to be able to take this trade to the upside. You do not want to take it while the MACDs are still pricing down. That means that there may still be some negative momentum, or not enough positive momentum for the breakout. Um, so confluence with compression. So you could also have other things here. So kind of like we were talking about the put wall as support over here on our SPY example, right? So our put wall being a confluence of us having compression alongside with it. You could have a pivot that is acting as support. You could have the VWAP acting as a support. Um, like as many things as you could have in order for you to build a thesis of and have confidence in this in the trade, right? Um, uh, can't see what. All right, so the next one here. So these are two pictures here from NVIDIA. Oops. So from NVIDIA here, you could see that NVIDIA's in compression with confluence of the PDC on this left-hand chart, and then and the pivot so the pivot and the PDC are right below this compression on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side here, um, on the right hand side, you could see that the Qs are also in a compression and wanting to break up here to the upside alongside with it, and along with the VIX being very weak as well at resistance. So you have these kind of three things all at once. This would be really good for you, um, really good for you to be able to take those trades. Um, Stop loss. So when trading the compression setup, your overall thesis is the ticker will trade in a consolidatory channel and then break to the upside. This means putting your stop loss right below the area of support of the channel. Your goal is to enter as close to the support as you can. This lowers your risk of the trade. You take the trade middle of the range. You have the potential of bigger loss since the entry is from the channel support, right? So in this instance, like what we're talking about then is right here. Let me see here. Oh, 2 minutes ago. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm not really good with this whole presentation thing on this software. So what we're talking about, like same thing right here for this we're using this as a pretty big example right here on the SPY, right? So please do not buy the breakout up here in this area, right? So please do not buy the breakout for it to go right here, because what happens is you get the breakout and then it's going to want to come back and retest. So if you miss it, you have the retest or the crossover in order for you to re-enter, right? So you can always go ahead and do that. But if you're playing the compression and you see this, you want to enter as close to the bottom of the channel as possible, right? And then you're going to risk the low of the channel. So right below the low of the channel, where it's proven that you have buyers and support at that area, right? So if that's the case, right? If that is the case, then you're lowering your risk. Say you entered right here at 378.33, and then you're risking right here at the bottom 374.58, right? And this is going to be your swing trade all the way to the upside. So you're risking about $3, we're going to say, right? Now, if you buy the breakout, you buy this point and you buy the breakout 387, now your risk just turned down to 374 from this 387. That is going to be seven, 7 and 6, so $13 instead of this $3, right? Now, what happens if this continues to just go sideways? Your theta is going to get you, right? So you don't want to assume the risk of the whole range right here. You want to assume the risk of just the bottom of the channel right here where it's proven support. So you buy the support, and then once you get to the breakout point, you should be taking a little bit of profit just in case that it's a false breakout and it slams back into this consolidatory channel, right? So then you could go ahead and re-add what you sold on a dip, or whatever it is. So Um, so with that being said, that's how I do. That's how I buy at those, and I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated. Is you buy the breakout and then it pops up, you're feeling like a genius, um, and then it slams back down into this channel, and then you're upset. So a good example of this actually was DDOG. So we were able to catch some DDOG a while back. Uh, where was it? Oh, right here. So we were able to catch this DDOG, this sideways action right here, and then it did pop up just a little bit. And then if we zoom out, it came back into this range and then just it came for new lows right here. So you don't want to buy this breakout point where you just get this, right? You want to be able to buy right here, and then you get this full move, and then you don't care if it fades back down or whatever. You already took some profit and stuff. All right. All right. Next slide here. So staying in the trade. So what in order for you to stay in the trade and something like this here, guys, you want to see that the volume is supporting the move. So a lot like what we have today on this move to the upside. So on the breakout point, we're going to use kind of like this little move right here. So on the breakout point, you want to see that the volume is high enough to support the demand that we're going to go. Um, okay. So then so yeah, so you want the volume to support the trade for the upside here. So if we come in, I'm looking at this, like I said, here's our little move right here. We want the volume to come in and support and move to the upside, or else all the supply that is up here is going to just push us back to the downside, right? Cruz, you're going to trade 10 SPY puts for CPI. I wanted to, bro. I wanted to, but it doesn't quite seem to make sense. So after I started analyzing a little bit more, what I wanted was for us to break 400. So if we break 400 and we were to get to like 390, I would have made like 10 grand or something, 10 racks off of like a $2,000 bet, like a $2,000 premium. And that was definitely good risk reward. But the 400 is our big put wall. And I don't believe we're going to break 400. So it doesn't necessarily make sense for me to do that. So then there's our little breakout here on Apple. So then what we're looking at here, add to this. Yes, so take profit at your next liquidity level. So like we said, you always want to take profit as you're moving up, and then you rebuy on the dips. Fully exiting the trade. So on our thing here, you could see, so this was a lot of volume where it broke up to the upside. Then when it started curling back around, you could see where our three, our T3 line here, it crossed, and then that's a good place to be able to get out. On our purple, so the purple candles actually tell you now where to go ahead and get out. Obviously, it didn't trigger here on the what do you call it, on this SPY, but it did on the 3-minute. But it pretty much tells you when when it changes the different color, then that's where you go ahead and you get out. So in this instance, this trade, if you take in the 408.35, this is 410.91, so about $3 or so, so like that. So if you're able to see the purple candles right here, so on the 3-minute right here, the entry, exit, and then that's it. So it actually tells you where to get in and out and stuff like that. Cool. And that's our conclusion here. So pretty cool, guys. Like I said, it is It is one of our um, one of my bread and butter type things. Whenever I see like a really nice compression, and then we start seeing the volume pick up and move, I really like taking those big expansion type plays and stuff, and it's really nice to put those types of profits in your wallet. Bro, this day, like I didn't think we are gonna get too much today, and sheesh. So even like on this right here, this is a 3 minute right here. And these pops are getting some pretty nice volume right here. So any questions about the compression setups? Yeah, so now we have like 4150 in play, right? All right. See you, brother. Go to the gym. No questions on the compression setups or anything like that? It works with anything. It works with anything, yeah. So like on Apple, Apple was a really good example of it today. So it's signaled right here on this candle, and then now right here on the 3 minute, it signaled a couple times. So first in and out, second in and out, and then we'll see if it goes sideways and does it again. Microsoft and Apple are doing the dang thing over here. Power outages. You guys are having power outages over there? On the nice on Friday on the Qs. Yeah. So today is a little bit more difficult, bro. So we came over, we looked at this open interest here today at this 410, right? So the four excuse me, this is the monthly expiration. Been going back and forth between those all day. Uh the 410 right here, right? So 26,000. We're above that, right? So we're decently above that. I think we're above four. No, we just got back below 412. So now we have enough time in the day in order for us to get back under 410, right? So not a whole big deal. Now, if we start getting towards the end of the day where we're holding above 410, then we have a problem and we'll start squeezing back up. So, but so far here right now, there's not. Google looks like if it catches a decent bid here, it could move the market. So to answer your question, I'm not a whole lot more confident on today on the SPY. So we do have this 410 here. So in all honestly, if we were to close right about 410 or so today, that would be that would be okay. That would be nice, and I think that would be the what would they would want to have happen. Um, so just know that CPI comes out in the morning in pre-market. So anyone as far as options are concerned aren't able to make any type of trades unless they're playing futures to hedge or equities during the announcement. So um, yeah, so tomorrow at 8:30 CPI before the market open. All right, see you, brother. I'm about to call it a day here for the YouTubes here in a minute as well. Not exactly a minute, but I think we pretty much put in our move here. We are starting to get a little bit lighter here on the volume. So the reversal would be cool, but again, like if we're talking our compression thing, if we go sideways and we're holding over 410 by around 2:30 market time, we could get that nice move. Now we got super slow. It sucks because I wish I could take the position right now, but it's way too early in the session here for the to call. Oh, we're gonna squeeze by the end of the day. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming and hanging out here on the YouTubes. I hope you guys got a little bit of value here today. Hope that kept you guys at least safe. If you did not make a little bit of money, um, we'll be here same time, same place tomorrow. Okay. Make sure you like the stream. Go tell all your trading friends to come and join us and hang out with us. I'm streaming live every day, the month of February. All right, and then after that I'll choose to see what we do after that. If you guys want to come and trade with us in the New Age Wall Street room, you get more value here into the afternoon and stuff like that. More insight and trade ideas. There's a 7-day free trial. You go to the newagewallstreet.com, sign up. Absolutely free for 7 days. And then if you want to stick around with us. Be happy to have you a part of the team. But gonna go get some breakfast, go to the gym here, and I'll check up on these trades here in a little bit. All right. We'll see you.